before I just.
Okay, yes, yes,
before I start, I just want to mention that this story is part of a book by Karpinovich called Vilna, Mein Vilna. And this has been translated into English by a woman called Helen Mintz. And she won several prizes for her translation. Let me say that it's difficult reading. It's difficult to translate because he uses many slang words, and there are also many words in Polish. So you will forgive me if I cannot translate this as well as I would like to.
Okay, no problem. Okay. For Polish, we have Luisa. So if there is a problem with Polish, Luisa will help us.
Yeah.
The dictionary.
Okay. Hannah Merke in the fish. Hannah Merke from the fish. And it's not the fish market, but from the fish. Wenn der Folklorist Rubinstein is weg in Vilna, kleben Folklore ergens anders wie, hat der ganze Fischmarkt gekocht. When the folklorist Rubinstein went away from Vilna, looking for folklore in some other place, the whole fish market went wild. Rubinstein hat sich neuer gewähnt, zu kommen auf den Fischmarkt, kleben Klulis, Zugichtsen, stam gleichwertig. Rubinstein used to come to the fish market to search for curses, for nice sayings and regular sayings. Die ikerdike Toestellerin van od der Scheure is gewesen Hanne Merke, wo hat gehad ihr Baljaje fish gleich beim Unheubmarkt. The most important provider of this type of merchandise, is referring to the curses and sayings, was Hanne Merke, who had her stand for fish right at the entrance to the market.
Just a moment, Balya here is a fish or maybe it's a tub?
No, I think Balya refers to a stand.
To a stand, Rafael, yeah?
It's a tub. It's a tub here. A tub
of fish.
I will tell you why. In my childhood, we had, where I grew up, it was a very small place, and there was, you know, a grocery store, and there was a woman that sold fish, and she had this abalye, it was a tub, and the fish were in the tub. So that's why, you know, it reminded me.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Okay. Od Rubinstein so lang geklebt von ihr Material, bis es geworden bei sie ein Stück Liebe. Rubinstein obtained from her so much material that at the end it became a little bit of a love between them. Hanne Merke ist ein Folklorist zugesotten geworden. Hanne Merke got attached to Rubinstein, der Folklorist, hat jener hat gehad ein Fies a bissl a kürzer. Even if he had one foot that was shorter than the other one. The Iberike fisherkes, the rest of the fishmongers, the Rickert Cyril de Papagele, especially Cyril de Pagegele. I'm not sure how to translate Pagegele. It may be papagay or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Haben schon gesehen a Shidduch. They already saw a Shidduch between the folklorist and Hanne Merke. Hat Rubinstein, der alter Bock, so Rubinstein, the old goat, sich erschrocken, got scared. wegkäufen durchhäuft, wie man hat verkauft alle Sachen. He went away to the alley where they used to sell old things, second-hand things, dorten eingehandelt a grünem Rucksack und a weggehinken von Wilne auf nicht sich umkehren. There he purchased a bag, a green bag, and
Backpack.
backpack, yeah, and a weggehunken and walked with his bad foot from Vilna, not to return again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Morty. Maurice, you're with us, Maurice?
Sure.
Yeah, I just wanted, if you can, say a few words. I sent the class, you know, a link from the Evo Encyclopedia about the expedition. And here we see that Rubinstein is part of this expedition. He is a Sammler. So maybe you can just, you know, a few words about what those Sammlers did.
Well, they did what he's doing. They used to go to public places and listen to people talk, try to engage them in conversation and take notes. And actually, you know, they didn't have their laptops, so they took paper notes on everything that they said, what their responses were. They went into people's homes if they had permission, and they collected this vast trove of folklore. And Bastomsky was part of that effort. And so is this guy Rubinstein. But what's interesting about this story is that it actually mentions, it talks about Max Weinreich, and Weinreich was the leader of the Yiddish and one of the leaders of the commission that collected all this folklore, and he actually appears in the story.
Yeah, later on he will appear in the story.
Yeah, right. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Maurice. Michael,
Sure.
Michael, will you continue, Michael?
Yes, okay. Hannah Merkel hat sehr übergelebt sein Verschwinden. So Hannah Merkel, what is it, Verschwinden?
Survived.
Okay, so
Disappearance.
Survived
His disappearance.
Survived
Okay.
his disappearance.
Okay, survive of her disappearance.
Okay, only Michael.
Trotzdem Covid, was a Mensch hat ungeheuben reinkommen zu ihr, opessen a stickel Schleien. What is Schleien?
Fish.
Fish, oh, okay, of course.
It's a kind of fish. It's a
Type of fish.
tench
Yes.
fish.
Ah, okay.
Tench.
Except the ungeheuben.
Oder Stamm.
Okay, let me see.
Other than the honor.
Okay, so other than the honor that such a person would.
Started.
What's that?
Started. Unguided.
Yeah, I know. Started coming to her, eating a piece of fish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oder Stamm auf a Glas Tee mit Bobke ist ihr reingekrochen in Sommerharz rein. So, or just coming to her with a glass of tea and with babka.
Mm-hmm.
Is er reingekrochen?
Crawled into.
Oh, okay. She crawled into.
He crawled into.
He crawled into the same heart.
The center of her heart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very
okay.
hard.
Okay, so he okay, es ist schön gewesen, a gute por your wie ihr Mann, Orke der Zavadnik.
Yeah.
Zavadnik is der trunken geworden in der Narodscher Oziere. Okay, so let's go back. It was really a good pair of years. When
A couple of years.
a good couple of years when her husband Orka, I don't know what Zavadnik is.
Factory worker.
Zavadnik. Okay, so Orka, the factory worker, is the drunken
Drowned.
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 Only Morty is helping.
Drowned in the I don't know, is that the name of a river?
Yeah. Lake.
It's a
The
lake.
lake.
It's the
Okay.
Naruch Woods near Vilna, where the
Oh,
partisans
okay.
fought.
What is Oziere?
Lake.
It's a lake.
A lake.
Oh, okay, okay. Und sie hat gebankt noch neunten autumn. And so she, what is autumn?
Breath.
A breath.
Breath.
Oh, okay. So, and she, I'm not sure how I.
She longed for a close breath. It's a beautiful sentence.
Okay, okay, yeah, I can see
she
that.
longed for someone to be near her. It's a beautiful sentence.
Yeah.
We are finishing it, 2 sentences, and we are finishing the paragraph. So please, Michael.
Okay, der Folklorist Rubinstein äußer sein Fuß ist gewesen ganz Postavner Malzspiel. So the folklorist Rubinstein on his foot, on a foot?
No, other than his foot.
Oh, other than his foot, was I don't know what Postovner.
Handsome,
Attractive.
I believe.
Yeah,
Attractive.
Was
A handsome man.
okay, so it was a very was overall a very handsome man. Der Ikerober bei Hannah Merken is gewesen sein Edelkeit. So the thing
point
is, would you say it that the thing is,
Well,
however,
the main thing.
the main thing is, however, that he was what was his gentility.
Gentility, yes.
Yeah, to Hannah Merkel was his gentility, if that's a word. Sein Sitzen artig beim Tisch und nicht prüfen verlegen Hand auf ihr. He would sit. It would be like quietly at the table.
Genteelly.
Okay, gentilly or
Genteel.
okay.
Like a gentleman.
Politely,
Gently.
he would sit politely or gently at the table and not trying to hold her hand.
No,
To lay a hand.
To lay a hand on her.
Oh, to lay a hand on her. Okay. Okay.
He wasn't fresh.
Right.
He was not fresh.
He didn't want to
Wasn't
take advantage
interested.
of her.
What does Icke mean? Icke.
Here's the point.
the cadet.
The main thing, Iker is the main thing.
Thank you.
So let's stop here because it's already 12 o'clock, and some people have other things. And okay, so if you want, to comment anything, yeah, Golda, I see that you raised Golda.
The poetry of the language is just beautiful. It's a wonderful selection, Hannah.
Well, I didn't bring it before because long ago, when the Yiddish Vinkl used to meet in person, we read it. But that was, you know, like 4 or 5 years ago. I usually don't bring a story that we read before, but because of the ethnographic expedition and the connection of this story, so I brought it again.
So it's from the dark ages of
it's from the dark
the
ages,
mythical past.
when we used to touch each other, when I used to sit near Henrietta and touch her. Yeah.
Not like Rubinstein. You used to.
Rubinstein nicht touched.
Yeah.
Wer hat das geschrieben? Ich habe nicht
Okay, Rochale, I didn't answer you. It's Avraham Karpinovich, and it is Hannah Merkel from the Fish, and I sent it last Thursday. I sent it. If you don't have it, I'll resend it to you. Okay, just tell me. Okay, so anyone wants to add anything?
Mina.
Yes, Maurice.
I think a Zavodnik is some kind of a fisherman. That's why he drowned in the lake. I think he worked with fish.
I really don't know. I really don't know. Louisa, maybe you will help us out with this word.
What was the word? I was looking up something else that I wanted to make a linguistic comment.
Zavodnik.
Zavodnik.
I think he worked in the lakes. I think he was some kind of a fisherman.
I will look it up.
Oh, okay, but you say that you wanted to say something else. So
yeah, I think it was last week when we were reading something, the other story, or 2 weeks ago, and we translated the word etzem, which is a Hebrew word, meaning the very, because it refers to the essence of something.
Yes.
And in that case, it was Hebrew borrowing. Here, we read the same concept from a Polish word borrowing, which is samo, in the same sense. Mm-hmm. The very whatever it is. So I thought it was interesting talking about borrowings from Yiddish, in Yiddish from other languages. Obviously here we have the Slavic component of Yiddish, and of course, very often we have the Hebrew component to signify the same things. So I look up Zavodnik.
Okay, so meanwhile, maybe, yeah, Morty.
Yes, in the Bochner Beimfeld, Zavat is factory works, plant, mill, stud farm. Mm-hmm. So my feeling is that Zawadnik is factory work.
Yeah, maybe, and I'm sure it's from Polish, I'm sure.
Yes. In Russian, Zavod is a factory. This I know from the Russian. Maybe Maurice, he just went on, on an excursion on the...
Maybe.
Noch een arbeid is gegangen een bisschen zu...
Ja, het gegangen schwimmen en ook dat drinken geworden.
Er is gegangen in Budara.
Ook heel zich een bisschen, heb je ze gewinnen, hij is het ook.
Ja, we kennen die schrijven.
Maybe he had enough of Ghana.
Of Ghana Merken, ja, met ihre Klule. Ja.
Schwimmen.
Het gegangen schwimmen, ja. The thing is that the language is so wonderful, the way that he says that she longed for a breath near her. I find it amazing,
Yes.
Ganz masken.
Yeah, Mayrev?
And there was another description of someone early on that nobody's been able to translate. I'm trying to find it, but something... was it her husband? No, some other person, and it starts with a gimel.
The papag.
That one. No one knows what anybody want to guess what it might possibly mean?
Morty thinks that it's from papagay, from a tuki, from a parrot.
Oh,
Mozart's opera, the magic flute.
But Morty,
yes, you're right.
Morty.
Yes,
I did not understand the full expression where is papagay. All that sentence.
It was a nickname.
It could be just someone who repeats themselves a lot,
it is.
Parrots.
In this case, it's a
nickname.
What do you call it? The way people used to call him.
Yeah,
nickname.
nickname.
A nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
Thank
you
you.
and if you noticed, everyone there has a nickname. Every one of the she's
'cause
from the
it's a-
fish. Another one is the papagayo.
It's a
Another
small little village where they all know each other's, weaknesses and crazinesses and
yeah.
People had nicknames like let's say if he had a shorter foot, they would nickname him that. But
The
or
Grimmer.
if you had cross eyes, they say Kasuka. They all had nicknames and nobody got insulted.
I have a question.
Can I interject? Beverly?
Just a moment. Cookie wanted to talk before.
I have
She's
a
trying.
question. What's the difference? I always meant to ask between the difference of Schmendrick, Schmarkach, Schmegegi.
Ooh, that's a doctorate. That's writing a doctorate. That's too much. That's too much, Cookie. Luisa, you have the answer for Zavodnik?
Here I have Zavud, which means profession. It's the noun. Profession. What was the context of the sentence? If you can
Her husband was called the Zavodnik.
Zavodnik. It says profession, employment, vocation, learned profession, professional man, gentleman, and so pursue one's calling and so forth. That's what the noun is for Zavod.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Professional.
What was said just a moment ago reminded me an older friend of mine that her father, when they immigrated to Israel in the late 30s, he became a milkman. And he nicknamed everyone, the Krime, the Kasoker, and Azoi weiter. And one day he got sick and she volunteered to help. She said, Dad, Tati, ich kenne alle Menschen, ich kenne die Arbeit, lo mir machen dus. And she did it for him, and in the most innocent way, she thought this is their last names. Boy, did they run into a problem after that. Mr. Kasoker, good morning. Here's your milk.
Tevye der Milchiker.
It's a true story.
Yes, Beverly. That's a good.
Tevye der Milchiker. That's what we call Tevye in Finland.
That's a good example. Yeah. Okay, Morty, I see that you raised your hand too.
Only in regard to something that Meiref mentioned. This story doesn't take place in a small state. It's not that everybody knew each other.
Yeah, it's Vilna.
It's rather the area, the group of people who are the underworld, really the underworld of the Jewish community.
The fish market people.
The fish market people.
Not only the fish market. We're going to see that there's other people there, but that environment.
The Prostayiden.
Pushete Yidden.
Proste Arbeit. Keiner nicht der pushete Mensch. Kein proste Arbeit. Weil keiner kann nicht wissen, wie da reinfallen einmal in sein Leben.
Ja.
Das ist gerecht. Im Ganzen gerecht.
Das Welt ist wie ein Rädel. Amul arop und amul arof.
Okay, guys. I am glad that you enjoyed the story, and we will continue reading it for the next few weeks and talk about it and try to find all the words that are in it. And until then, sei mir gesinnt in stark und wir sehen noch einmal.
Bye bye.
It's wonderful to be back.
Yes, we like having you. Bye.
Yes.